Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 or older. Michigan only. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help. Excludes Michigan disassociated persons.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
From the WWJ AM 950 Traffic Center, this report brought to you by Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. An accident has just cleared from 94 westbound at Kaji, but we picked up a new problem. M5 southbound before 13 Mile. A crash is reported blocking the left shoulder. Traffic is still building. I-75 both directions approaching Big Beaver as well as through the work zone on 275 both directions, anywhere between South Huron Road and 94. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
There are no sweeter sounds. Hear the game. All the play-by-play all season is on 97.1 The Ticket and the Odyssey app.
Getting the COVID-19 vaccine is your shot to win. Michiganders 18 and older vaccinated between December 1st, 2020 and July 30th, 2021 are now eligible to win millions in prizes. Get details and enter at myshot2win.com. Subject to sweepstakes rules.
This Odyssey.com Sports Minute is brought to you by Abraham and Rose. This Homer Esiason with an Odyssey Sports Minute, sponsored by Oxford Gold Group. Call 833-899-GOLD to get your free investment guide. Two 21-year-old first-round draft choices whose golden right arms promise to positively alter the future trajectories of first-rated franchises here in New York are both currently in stalemated negotiations. Kumar Rocker, the 2019 College World Series most outstanding player, had agreed to a $6 million signing bonus with the Mets on draft day, pending the physical. Then, of course, team doctors reportedly expressed concern about Rocker's pitching elbow. The Mets can revert to the original deal. Both sides could agree to a smaller figure, which won't happen with agent Scott Boras, of course, or Rocker could return to Vanderbilt. Meantime, how about the New York Jets? They are seeking to defer payments to Zach Wilson and are quibbling about terms of the guaranteed money. When will they ever learn? I'm Homer Esiason.
Jay Farner here, CEO of Rocket Mortgage and Rocket Companies. Last year, we saw historically low mortgage interest rates. What you may not know is that interest rates are already starting to increase, and it's likely that trend is only going to continue. Our team of experts is standing by to help you save before rates go up. Don't look back and wish that you had taken action. Call 833-8ROCKET or visit rocketmortgage.com.
Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender license in all 50 states and MLSConsumerAccess.org number 33.
Demand for unskilled workers is sky high, but who wants that life? There's demand for hundreds of thousands of IT and cybersecurity professionals in the U.S. My Computer Career is training people to meet it. Get skilled. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. You could start your new life as an IT pro in as little as 4 months. Through July, grants are covering up to 53% of the cost are available to those who qualify. It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
Received just one unemployment check in 2021, you may now get free health insurance. That's right, free health insurance, and it would be a fantastic health insurance plan with low deductibles, low co-pays, very little max out of pocket, as well as a very low cost for prescription. This new policy was just introduced in July of 2021, and it will not last long. So call now at 877-734-2200 or go to mvphealth.com. And remember, like the Florida National Benefit Plans would like to be your health and life insurance agency for a lifetime.
On a hot day, there's nothing like walking into your home and getting hit with a blast of cold, refreshing air. Unless your house is just hot all the time. Then all you want is some relief. USA Insulation fixes hot homes. Because once their premium foam fills up your walls, you'll get relief from sleepless hot nights. You'll get relief from big electric bills. And you'll get relief from family members being cranky about the heat. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Shoot, even your AC unit will get some relief. And you know every time that thing clicks on, it's costing you money. Put an end to the madness once and for all. Get your home insulated the right way with USA Premium Foam Insulation. And here's a deal you don't want to miss. For a limited time, where they foam your walls, they'll insulate your attic for free. So stop sweating and start saving. Call today, 1-800-USA-FOAM. That's 1-800-USA-FOAM or USAinsulation.net.
USA Insulation.
Stay in the left lane.
If you're a man facing facing divorce or custody issues, you need the attorneys at Adam, expertly protecting men's rights for over 25 years. Call 248-356-ADAM. 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 Rock of the 70s and 80s that conjures up memories of epic tailgate parties, mesmerizing light shows, fog machines, and lighters held high. Arena Rock, the new Odyssey exclusive station. Get it on the Odyssey app today. Odyssey is your new home for all the audio that matters to you. Download the Odyssey app today. Live from the Jamie Samuelson studio, here's Tony and Jansen.
All right, 97.1 The Ticket, talking about Simone Biles and mental health that caused her to withdraw from the Olympics, the team event yesterday, and today find out that she's withdrawn from the individual all around. And look, mental health is very difficult for a lot of us to wrap our arms around it if you've never experienced severe mental health, depression, anxiety, whatever, or you don't know anybody who's gone through it. I have known people who've gone through it. Maybe that's why I'm a little more sympathetic than other people. At the same time, there is a double standard. We treat women who go through this in sports a lot differently than we treat men. And as you would expect, John, the reaction to this is all over the board.
I'm sure.
Here we go. Isn't it weird whenever a celebrity or athlete has an issue, mental health is brought up? Can't question. If you're a bigot, uneducated, and whatever. It's the ultimate excuse. The GOAT always shows up. Biles is not the GOAT. It's like I said, if you don't know, if you haven't experienced, here it is. Here's somebody else. If you haven't experienced it, don't question it. Does it affect her sponsorship deals at all? You know who sucked it up, guys? Junior Seau. Where did that get him after the spotlight wasn't on him anymore?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
And that's the one thing, and Heather, I know you're itching to say something here in a second, but this is something that we are becoming obviously more aware of.
Correct.
And I don't want to loop these two together, but they are somewhat linked in regards to, you mentioned, the Texter mentioned Junior Seau.
Right.
And head injuries. We know so much more now about head injuries and the way it affects people and the way it affects them long term. And we're starting to categorize that basically like if somebody has a pulled hamstring, they're out. If somebody has a concussion or if they have a head injury, now they're identifying it as an actual injury. They're out until we can figure out how to get them back. I think mental health needs to approach that status as well, because it is, I don't want to say it's an injury because that's not the right word. I don't know what word I'm actually searching for, but it's something that affects you and your performance just like anything else would as well. And
right.
Heather, go ahead.
And that's kind of what I wanted to say, is that a lot of people don't understand how difficult what she is doing in gymnastics in general as a sport is, and how dangerous it can be. If you're not in the right mental headspace and you are trying to perform these tricks that she can perform that nobody else is doing, I still believe that she is the GOAT, if that's what you want to say. I mean, the things she has accomplished is absolutely amazing. The fact that she has tricks named after her that nobody else is competing with is phenomenal. And if she's not in the right mental headspace, I mean, she could injure herself very, very easily if she's trying to perform these things. I just didn't agree with that last Timmy Texter at all, because I do still think she is, right at this moment, the greatest gymnast of this time.
Well,
and I think that it was really important for her to understand, wow, I'm not where I need to be in my head, which means I could potentially injure myself. I could potentially bring our team down. She really wanted to make sure that they were able to medal. And I think what she did was really courageous. And the fact that USA Gymnastics, an organization that has mentally and physically abused their athletes for years, is now supporting this is a huge, huge step in the right direction for this organization.
You made a great point, Heather. Suppose she had said, you know what, I'm going to suck it up, and she would have, really failed and gotten really her scores, that would have hurt the team even more.
Yeah, and if I could just piggyback on this really quick. Simone Biles didn't get to where she is now because she quit season.
Yeah, I know.
To me, it's not a matter of looking at it and thinking, well, she should be able to push through it. It's me looking at it and saying, wow, this must be really bad. And Simone Biles has done her bit for King and Country 3 times over already.
Yeah. Here's a few other. No, John, she's a quitter, and her image is damaged, not playing her best, so she quit. Typical. Okay? I will never question anyone ever again with mental issues. I'm dealing with things I never thought I would myself. If she can't, next girl up.
And one of the points that you guys made, and I know we want to get to some of the calls. We have some great ones on the screen here.
In 1 mile, turn left onto Northwestern Highway.
In a team sport, if I had a broken hand or I had something that was going to limit me, I wasn't going to play at my best. The question became, is me at 70% or whatever I thought that I could play at, does that give my team a better chance to win than my backup at 100%? And I think Simone Biles is looking at this as me at, whatever percentage she was in her mind saying, I think that Jude Carey, who is going to perform for her in her place, gives us a better chance to medal or do something than where I am at right now.
Yeah, that's a great point. Let's go to Jim in Ypsilanti. What's up?
Good morning. So I think that it's an interesting debate. I think the difference is the amount of exposure that Simone has. I think Heather's point was largely mine. There's a huge amount of risk or a huge amount of danger that she's putting herself out there. If this were Katie Ledecky, not, swimming a leg of the relay, I think Ms. Ledecky would take a lot of criticism because you get before you run your race, there's not much risk to it. You win, you lose, you take what you get. I think there's something special about the amount of exposure that the Biles has.
I get that, but it's still a mental health if for some reason Katie Ledecky, she couldn't do it or whatever. I don't think it's any really different.
Well, and again,
you're right. She's not going to drown.
But she's not going to drown. But it is the standard that they have set for themselves. And if you can't live up to that standard, if you can't race as fast or perform like you did at your best, there's a lot of pressure involved in that.
Let's go to.
Put your chin up and knock your hat off.
Let's go to Chris in Milford here.
Go past this light, then use the left 3 lanes to turn onto Northwestern Highway.
Hey, I just wanted to say that I think maybe that she's using it. She's made a couple of trial runs and she messed up.
Turn left.
You think maybe she's using the mental illness as a scapegoat to say she doesn't want to embarrass herself, so she's using that as an excuse.
I assume that's a remote possibility, Chris, but I would doubt it, knowing what she's gone through to get where she has today, and the struggles she had at the trials a little bit as well.
Even though with her struggles at these trials, she still scored the highest. She still had these wobbles. She jumped way off the mat during her floor routine, which, she has so much power. She just did that. She still had the highest scores. I can understand why that could be an issue, but I think, I don't know. I think it's more than that.
All right, we'll take more of your phone calls coming up after the update. 97 on the ticket.
WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit.
Stay in the left 2 lanes.
An Odyssey station. Sports headlines. All day, every day. From the Sold by YC Sports Desk. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
Brought to you by Mother Models. Eric Haas's first career Grand Slam came at a great time. Down 4 in the 9th inning, descended to extras, eventually a 6-5 victory following the bonus baseball. Jose Cisneros stranding 3 base runners in the bottom of the 10th. Miguel Cabrera would drive in the winning run in the 11th. And Daniel Norris with his first career save. He closed things out to extinguish a 4-game skid on this road trip. A much-needed stopper for this ball club who had 7 straight wins coming into it. Simone Biles will not defend her individual all-around title during these Olympics after withdrawing from the team competition. She cites mental health issues for her reason for withdrawing, a topic that's come up in sports quite a lot recently. GM Troy Weaver of the Pistons remaining mum on who Detroit will select during tomorrow night's NBA draft at number 1 overall, and if they'll draft at number 1 overall. Weaver saying that he's still considering all options. The team has yet to make up their mind on what they'll do. And
Training camp officially opening for the Lions today in Allen Park. Players reporting yesterday with the first practice set for today. The first fan-attended practices will be on Saturday. That's for season ticket holders, with non-season ticket holder practices beginning on Monday. At the Ticket Update Desk, I'm Chris Villar. For more, stay tuned to 97.1 The Ticket and Odyssey.com.
Live from the Jamie Samuelson Studio, Stoney and Jansen on 97.1 The Ticket.
Thank you very much. Yes, welcome there for the first non-season ticket holder
Yes.
practice for the fans. Monday morning.
Welcome everybody to Allen
The
Park.
John Jansen autograph session begins in about
Let's get in line, Bob.
got some more ticket texts. We're talking about Simone Biles. Mike from Williamson texts frequently. She calls herself the GOAT, says she is judged unfairly because what she does is harder. She's underperforming, and now she says it's mental health. There are those with mental health issues, and now there will be those that cry wolf when they're having a bad day. You know, everybody always says, well, what if this... There might be people who are going to use it as an excuse. You're right, there could be, but...
The only ones that can truly say whether that's true or not is that individual.
Right.
And you know that, and like I said early on, unless you've had a chance to walk in Simone Biles' shoes, you don't really know.
I do believe, and I give her all the credit in the world, I'm not criticizing her at all, but yes, women are judged differently in sports for this than men. Somebody says, remember when Jay Cutler sat out the rest of that playoff game? He still gets crap at me. But then he never said it was a mental issue.
I don't think so.
He just tried to, he was always called Mr. Very Softy. Jim in Superior Township here in 97 on the ticket.
How's everyone doing today?
Good, Jim. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing well. Big for my call. Not the great kind of exposed to health care. I'm a veteran. I joined the service when I was 18.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you, gentlemen. And I remember being at the age of 22. My first sergeant, I won't say his name for the family. He always actually made sure that
telephone number 248-539-9797.
I do. I have all sorts of news. I've got some Olympic news. I've got some local news. I've got some nostalgic news as well that might bring back memories of your childhood.
I love my childhood. 97.1.
Hey, if you're looking for a new lease because you've got one that's coming up in the next 3 to 6 months, you're looking for a new vehicle, I've got a couple of options for you, so pay attention. Southfield Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram right now, they have over 400 new vehicles in stock on their lot today. You're not going to drive by and see an empty one, which it's all over the state of Michigan, all over the country. You can't find cars. They have them on the lot. And if it's not one that you're looking for, but you know exactly what you want, you're looking for it, then the team there is going to help you find with their Easy Plan Ahead Lease program, because right now you can reserve one of their new 1,600 vehicles that are being built right now. And I guarantee you one of those combinations is what you're looking for. Don't wait any longer to find your next lease, because now is the time. All you have to do is log on to southfieldchrysler.com or go see my friends Bill and Tim and their entire team over at Southfield Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram to get started today. And you don't want to miss out on the Make This the Summer event, where you can lease a new 2021 Jeep Grand Cherokee starting at only $299 a month. So whether you live in Plymouth, Ferndale, Milford, or Wyandotte, you're just a short drive or a click away from the best car buying experience you're ever going to have. For more information, you can check them out online at southfieldchrysler.com. And remember, all roads in all towns lead to Southfield Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram at 11.5 and Telegram.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
From the Dudley Jane AM 950 Traffic Center, this report brought to you by Duncan. A crash is reported in 5 southbound near 13 Mile, and slowdowns continue in pockets along 75, anywhere between Big Beaver and Troy down to the Davison. Duncan has what you need to conquer the day, like a layered velvety caramel macchiato, a rich chocolatey mocha latte, or a creamy not-dairy oat milk latte, because this day isn't going to conquer itself. No, you're going to do that. Take a sip of You Got This with Dunkin' Espresso drinks. Order ahead plus earn rewards. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
At home, in your car, or at work. Detroit's sports station.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. If you haven't refinanced your mortgage in 2021, you need to call Hall Financial right now to see if you qualify for our no appraisal 8-day close. Call 248-308-5000 or check us out online at callhallfirst.com. You could be saving hundreds of dollars a month by calling Hall Financial today. That's 248-308-5000 or chat with us online. Callhallfirst.com.
Hall Financial, NMLS ID 1467435. Equal housing lender. Moving route to Kroger to fight hunger.
This is Rachel Hurst, Corporate Affairs Manager with Kroger, Michigan. So excited to announce a special partnership with Kroger and local first responders for the Kroger Zero Hunger Emergency Food Drive. Right, Chief?
We will have over 50 law enforcement agencies collecting non-perishable food donations for families in need at select Kroger stores.
When school is out, many children go hungry. Help us fill a patrol vehicle with food donations to feed hungry children across the state.
Please donate this Saturday. Visit 971theticket.com/feedbush for a list of participating Kroger stores.
For 3.5 decades, Applied Imaging has provided office technology solutions that help business people operate better. Listen to Applied Imaging customers discuss their Applied Imaging relationship. Mike Brevard, the village president and creationist.
Today's business world is changing so fast. These guys, they speak our language, and we love that. This is fun, and that's what you need.
Melissa Howard from the Lucas Howard Group.
They understand the importance of our business running and functioning, which is a big factor for us. And one of the reasons why we use Applied Imaging and have stayed with them throughout the years.
Jeffrey John of Catholic Charities, West Michigan.
I'm totally satisfied with Applied Imaging. And working with Applied, it's just, to me, it's a no-brainer to stay with somebody that is tried and true and that knows our company.
Put Applied Imaging on your team today and get better results. Applied Imaging, your single source provider for all your office technology services. Applied Imaging, now offering telephony and carrier services.
Jim Costa will be broadcasting live Friday for a special show at BetMGM Sports Lounge inside MGM Grand Casino from 10 to 2. Stop by for all the specials, sports betting, and more. Brought to you by 97.1 The Ticket and BetMGM Sports Lounge.
This is a metaphor for your business's journey. Sometimes it feels like you're going 100 miles an hour, barely keeping up.
do more with modern devices and Windows 10 Pro.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? So you've got an oil change coming up? We'll help you find everything you need to do the job right. Right now, you can get 5 quarts of Pennzoil high mileage motor oil and Connecticut oil for just $28.99. And you can get it all fast, your way. Just order online with our free same-day store pickup or next-day delivery. Start your job today at AutoZone.com. Restrictions apply.
Want to hear something amazing? Discover matches all the cash back you earn on your credit card at the end of your first year. Automatically, dollar for dollar, with no limit on how much you can earn. Extra cash? Come on, how amazing is that? In fact, it's even more amazing when you realize all the places where Discover is accepted. 99% of places in the U.S. that take credit cards. So when it comes to Discover, get used to hearing yes more often. Learn more at discover.com/yes. 2021 Nielsen Report. Limitations apply.
We're all on this planet together, so join Odyssey and find your one thing. This summer, try some eco-friendly water sports like paddleboarding, swimming, or diving. Join Odyssey, and together, each of us doing one thing makes a greener tomorrow. What's your one thing?
Did you know there's more than one Las Vegas? There's the Strip with families on vacation and questionable odds. Then there's downtown Vegas, the original gambling and entertainment mecca. That's where you'll find the D Las Vegas. Book your stay at thed.com. The D Las Vegas, your home for Detroit sports in Vegas.
Radio.com is now Odyssey. Download the Odyssey app and listen to 97.1 The Ticket and all the sports, news, music, and podcasts that move you.
Tigers come back. The grand slam by Eric Haas in the 9th to tie. Then Mingy with a big hit in the 11th to win it. They beat the Twins 6-5. This afternoon, right here on 97.1 The Ticket, Willie Peralta on the hill. The Tigers try to win the rubber game. Over the 3 games, the rubber match.
Yes.
All right. Getting away from your mental health issues maybe for a little bit. Here is
Yes, I can do
Heather
that.
Park.
I was going to bring it up because it is, I got to be honest, the top story that she's winning is Simone Biles. So if you haven't heard, she's not going to be competing in the women's individual all-around final in Tokyo. That's taking place on Thursday. She did withdraw from that as well. And she did talk to reporters after she withdrew from the all-around team final. And she explained that she withdrew because of mental health reasons. And she would decide one day at a time about how she was going to proceed during these Olympics. And during this media appearance, she did tell reporters that it was important that she protect her body as well as her mind and focus on her mental well-being first.
Yeah, I say put mental health first, because if you don't, then you're not going to enjoy your sport and you're not going to succeed as much as you want to. So it's okay sometimes to even sit out the big competitions to focus on yourself, because it shows how strong of a competitor and person that you really are, rather than just battle through it.
So Jade Carey, she is going to be taking Simone Biles' place. She finished in 9th place during the qualifying round. So she and Suni Lee will be competing there. Suni Lee qualified 3rd. So that's what we'll see on Thursday. The CDC has revised its indoor mask policy, saying that fully vaccinated people should be wearing masks indoors again in places with high COVID transmission rates. Now, this update comes right ahead of the fall season, when they believe the Delta variant is expected to cause another surge in new coronavirus cases. So they're really trying to stop the spread of this Delta variant. The CDC is also recommending indoor masking for everybody in K-12 schools as well, regardless of their vaccination status. So that means teachers, it means students, it means the principal, visitors, anybody within those schools, they're recommending should wear a mask. So again, this is a recommendation. It's not a mandate. Governor Whitmer did kind of talk about this recommendation as well yesterday. She said that she'll be following it, but she doesn't anticipate instating a new mask mandate here in Michigan anytime soon, or hopefully at all. Yes, if ever. So that's where we stand right now as far as that goes. You might have heard this story. The Marble Bar in Detroit is actually one of the first to start requiring all of its patrons to either show a COVID vaccination card or show a negative COVID test to enter. So management says that they've decided to implement this rule for multiple reasons. One being that they say it's just too hard to enforce a mask mandate when you have to take the mask off to actually have a drink. Things like that. You can't eat in a mask, you can't drink in a mask. They also say the crowd, they have a maximum of 500 people, and usually these people are dancing, they're very close together. And this manager said, you know what, we went a whole year without any income. We weren't able to open it all, and now they feel that this is the best way that they can keep everybody safe, staff safe, and remain open. A lot of customers said, okay, we understand that, and we support you, but of course there was a lot of pushback online by this. So this vaccine requirement or the negative COVID test goes into effect on Friday the 30th. So
You know what?
if you plan on going, make sure you have that with you.
And if you don't like it, go to some other bar.
There's a lot of other bars you can go to. It is that simple, yes. More than a ton of marijuana was seized by federal agents in Detroit. So that's about 2,583 pounds of pot that was found Wednesday, packed among all these pallets during an inspection of a tractor trailer at the Fort Street Cargo Facility. So this truck had entered Detroit from Canada, came across the Ambassador Bridge, and then it was sent to one of those secondary inspection areas at the facility to get a closer look. It went through a big x-ray scan, and oh, boom, it was showed that it was inconsistent with what the truck was listed and transporting, which I believe was aluminum caps. And that's a lot of marijuana to find in a truck. So they actually say that they're experiencing a surge in this kind of activity, this contraband, since essential travel was basically restricted. So now that certain things are opening, you can't go for essential travel yet, but they're seeing a lot of people trying to bring things like this across the border. So it's a lot.
It's a lot,
to
yes.
find. Yeah. My gosh, can you imagine being that driver, knowing that, or maybe they don't know.
Yeah,
Do you think the
that's
drivers
possible.
know?
Well, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
I don't know.
I was just thinking, in my head, I'm like, they've got to know, but maybe they have no idea. It's just like, all right, you're transporting a bunch of aluminum caps across the border, here you go. Maybe they had no idea.
I would imagine a driver would have to know and inspect his own.
That's true. You probably want to do an inspection first. What were you going to say, John?
Nothing.
You chuckled.
Yes. Let's move on.
I can figure it out.
1.3 miles. The destination is on your right.
Better Call Saul.
802
Yeah, I heard what happened.
Yeah, well, I want you to keep watching because I want you to finally watch
Breaking Bad.
So, but yes, the main star of the show, Bob Odenkirk, he had to be rushed to the hospital after he collapsed on set yesterday. So he and the crew were actually shooting in New Mexico when this incident happened. And to be honest, we don't have a ton of details. Sources say that he just went down on set and he was immediately surrounded by crew members. They called an ambulance. He was taken to the hospital, and his condition at this point is still unclear.
He's got a movie that's coming out, I believe, or some other series that I saw advertised. I forget the name of it. Yeah, such a talented guy.
For sure. So hopefully it's something not too serious. Hopefully it was dehydration or something like that, exhaustion. But it's always scary to hear when somebody just collapses.
I know. How old is he? 58 or something like that?
I don't have his age in front of me, but I would imagine he's got to be in his 50s, right?
He's 58, yes.
Yeah, spot
Stay
on,
in the
Sonny.
middle lane.
You got it exactly. Nice job. I don't know if you guys ever used to eat at Pizza Hut when you were a kid.
Oh, yeah.
But I used to eat at Pizza Hut all the time when I was a kid, especially when they had that bucket going on. I know they're bringing that back. Well, do you remember the cups that they had?
The red cups.
Yes, they're like iconic cups. They were kind of like, they had some texture to the outside, and they had the Pizza Hut logo right on there. Well, they're bringing those cups back, and you can actually purchase them. Well, actually, you can't purchase them now because they sold out immediately. So they brought them back online at pizzahutshop.com. They brought it back yesterday. $10 for a 4-pack, and they immediately sold out. Immediately.
Not
So
surprising. People are very nostalgic.
Yes.
Yes, it is cool. It brings back all those memories that you had eating there from your childhood. So they say you can actually sign up for email alerts, and they'll let you know when they have more in stock.
Pizza Hut is good, but I never was a customer because I always, growing up, I liked the individual pizzerias better.
Yeah.
And then when I needed pizza, like late night for various reasons, it was, it was just, Domino's delivered.
Right, yeah, you get it delivered. Yeah. Pizza Hut, we had one right next to my high school. And so we had an open campus for lunch. You go over there, grab a couple of slices, and I think it was Pizza Hut that had the lunch buffet, right? You could have all the pizza you wanted. Yeah, I mean,
They had a buffet.
Perfect.
It was good for two as a family. Like, I think that's why we just went to Pizza Hut. It was such a bigger thing in the 80s and 90s than it is now, I think. So, I don't know. These cups, I'll always remember. I did click on a photo just to make sure I was correct on those red cups, and that's exactly what they are. There's some rumors going around.
The destination is on your right.
Paris Hilton is expecting her first child. I saw articles all day yesterday. I was so excited for her. She's been open about it. She said that she and her fiance had started IVF a while ago. So I thought, well, this is great news.